and welcome to Tarot Sherpa. I am Christine, and today I will be reading to you from the Aquarian Tarot by David Palladini. So this is a new printing of a deck that was very popular in the 1970s. So it's got this wonderful 70s vibe to it. And I've already given it a really thorough shuffle. And let's see where we're going to go with this today. I'm going to do a Celtic cross because that is the one spread that is included in the pamphlet that comes with the deck. So I was trying to use something that the deck provides in these videos. Let's keep that out. Six of Swords in reverse. I think that's going to be our situation for today. Okay. All right. Six of Swords in reverse. So the Six of Swords upright, we're talking about moving on to better days. We're talking about going from a time of distress. We're talking mental distress because we're talking about swords. We're talking about moving towards something better. The six is kind of considered the halfway point through the pips of the tarot, through the numbers of the tarot. And so this kind of is a turning point, only it's in reverse in this situation. So the energy of this is being a little bit stuck. We're not at that turning point yet. We are still maybe looking for some direction. Maybe we're still trying to figure things out. So let's see what the situation that goes with this. You're kind of in a place where you're like, man, I'm still trying to figure some stuff out. This could be your reading. Do it for whoever reading. All right. Situation. What is the Six of Swords leading us to? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So the Ace of Pentacles represents earthly gifts, things coming down from you, from the divine, from heaven, from spirit, from above. But something's a little bit blocked. So the situation is kind of there's something in your mental construct that is blocking a physical manifestation. Something in your mindset is a little intractable. The swords have fallen out of the boat and you're dangerously close to taking on water. It's blocking you. It's blocking. Okay, let's see. Let's see where we can go with this. What's your opportunity? The opportunity in this, King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. So, if we're looking at Pentacles from the place of, this is the beginning, and this is the culmination, Ace to the King, there's something blocking your beginning, but there is still an opportunity to get to this achievement, this sense of accomplishment. Still an opportunity. There's still an opportunity for that. All right, let's look at this a little bit bigger. Okay, so you've got your Six of Swords in reverse. You've got your Ace of Pentacles also in reverse. Yeah, mindsets are blocking, but King of Pentacles says you can still pull through. All right, where are we going with this? What's the advice? The advice and guidance. Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords also in reverse here. When it's upright, it can kind of be talking about being underhanded. It can be being sneaky. It can be leaving some things undone. It can also be doing all you can do, but only what you can do. Let's take this in reverse. Now we're talking about being open and honest, getting appropriate help, asking for the right people to give you a hand. You may have been in this Six of Swords trying to take on a situation all by yourself. You could be the Lone Ranger in this situation. You're like, I can do this all, I need to do this all, I've got to do it myself, I've got to do it myself, I've got to do it myself. And that is not the advice that you're being given right here. Trying to do it yourself is blocking you. You need to be open. You need to assess where you need help. And swords, we're talking about intellectual help. You need to be asking somebody, hey, my process isn't working. How do I think this through correctly? It's time to open some doors. Intellectually. Possibly even spiritually. It's time to come forward with what this idea is, because you're not going to be able to do it by yourself. This is a time to get some other input. Root is the Hermit. Talk about doing things yourself. So the Hermit can be doing it all yourself. The Hermit can also be a guide. And this is at the root of the situation. So either way, either you're trying to do this all yourself, but you need some guidance. You need some perspective, another person's perspective, because you're kind of caught in your own loop right here. Passing. What's been in the past? Queen of Swords. Okay. Yeah, this is a person who takes on challenges. This is a can-do. I can do this thing. This thing, though, has turned out to be more than you anticipated. There's more to this than you thought there was in your Queen of Swords point of view. I mean, she's all about getting stuff done. She's direct. She's blunt, but she's also, witty and funny and all those other things that a quick mind can achieve. And perhaps you've been a little quick to jump into this. I think a lot of us can relate to this. Page of Rods in reverse. Get a lot of reversals today. So, Page of Rods, upright, we're talking about some good news. We're talking about messages. We're talking about earnest friends. In reverse, maybe not good news. Maybe we're looking at getting some rough news here. So, brace yourself. Brace yourself for some bad news. It could be somebody calling you on, hey, this project isn't working out so great. You can't deliver on your promises, whatever. But just know that I told you first. Because if you understand that, then this isn't going to come as a severe ego-crushing blow. You're going to be like, yeah, I've been kind of thinking about that. I've been considering that. You can be like, I'm already thinking of a new plan. So yeah, your bad news isn't so shocking. I'm already working on my backup plan. So this is serving as kind of a warning that somebody who is fired up about something, and it could be an angry person, could be a jealous person, but somebody's gonna call you out, but you're already mentally prepared for this because you're watching this reading, because you're here with me right now. You're like, yep, I'm already got a handle on this, and we're regrouping. All right, yourself is the Queen of Rods. All right, this is you regrouping. So this was you in the past. This is you. I can take this on. I got this. This was you. And now you're like, oh, hey, I need to rethink this. I need to reattack this in a new way. The Queen of Rods is an optimist. She is in the upright position here, and she is going to make stuff work. She has got a plan. She's got a backup plan. So now it's time to engage. You got your directness as your Queen of Swords, but now you've got I got my backup plan. I'm going to get the band back together. Whatever it is you need to do, this is it. This is it. This is you. This is you. You're going to get it fired up. In the environment, 4 of Cups. Yeah, you kind of think you got a lot on your plate. There's more coming in, but what's coming in might be what you need to help you. Or it might be the inspiration of, okay, I do need to get some assistance on this. Cups are an emotional thing. This is your emotions, your logic, your brain has been working on this, and it's just not coming up with all the answers you need. Emotionally, your heart's starting to talk to your head, and you're like, okay, I need something else. I need a new way to look at this. This isn't feeling right. This isn't working out the way I want it to work out. I need to get my vision realigned with the task. And there you are at the Four of Cups. Something else is coming in, and you're seeing that, yeah, I need to look at this differently, because it's a gut feeling. This isn't your logic saying, I can do anything, because, okay, maybe you can, to a point, and now you're deciding what that point is. Okay, that's your environment. Hopes and fears, Two of Pentacles. How do I balance this all in the world? How do I get this, how do I make this work? So, as a hope and a fear, I hope I can make it work. I'm afraid I can't make it work. This is all a construct of your mind, and so you get to do with this whatever you want. You can focus on, oh great, I'm way over my head, because if you look at this guy, the water is kind of over his head in perspective. Or you can be, I know what it takes to make this idea float. But it may be getting out there, following this advice, and getting some other people in on your project. You know, it could be a work project, it could be a personal project, it could be going back to school, but the other people in your family need to pitch in a little bit more on the housework. I mean, it could be a myriad of different things. But balance is what you're hoping for and what you're afraid you're not going to find, but this is all in your mind. This is your hope and your fear. You can do with it what you will. Outcome, Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, this is a good card to have reversed, because the Five of Pentacles can be indicative of being closed out of something. Closed out of something you want. Closed out of the assistance you feel you need. It can be closed out of society. But in the reverse, it's talking about finding your way. In the reverse, you're finding your way. You're getting through this maze that is your Six of Swords here in the reverse, with the uncertain how you're going to make this all work, but you know that there's an opportunity to make it work. So this is little step by little step. I mean, we're not getting any big, great, huge, major arcana cards in here. About the only major arcana we have here is the Hermit. And the only thing that's really telling us is that you've either closed yourself off from everyone, which may not be the best idea, as we know from the advice up here, or it could mean seeking a guide, finding a guide. And the fact that this is major arcana, this means this is probably the most important thing that you need to do as your basis of finding some guidance, finding some help, finding that light, that lantern, that way ahead. And it's little step by little step. It's not going to be any big giant strides. You're not coming in here with like a tower or a wheel of fortune or a chariot. It's little step by little step. Step by step, you're going to make it through this challenging situation, but it's not something you need to do alone. This is definitely something you need to pull in some allies. You need some allies to get this project off the ground. And it will. It will. It's got a beautiful opportunity here. It's just stuck because you're trying to do it all yourself. And as long as you're trying to do it all yourself, you're going to stay stuck. But you get some assistance, and then, boom, you're back in business. You're getting things moved forward. Great idea theoretically, but what are you going to do? What are you going to put behind it? And how are you going to recruit some allies? You got to recruit yourself some allies so that you can start taking those positive steps and moving forward. Yeah, so... yeah, somebody's gonna be like, man, it looks like you need help. You ain't working at this so well. They might be a little bit rude about it. They might be a little bit persnickety about it. But you're already mentally prepared. You're mentally prepared now because you're like, yeah, I do need to get some allies helping me. And then yeah, step by step. It's not gonna be huge leaps. It's gonna be little bit by little bit by little bit. But yeah, the emotions aren't done coming in. There's more coming in. There's more things close to you in your environment. But you're the Queen of Rods in this. Some can do and a little bit of fire is going to keep you moving forward. But definitely get your allies on board with you. And if it's, coworkers that you need to work on a project or getting more experts on your program, do that. Or if it's, you're taking on extra hours of work or going back to school and working and you've got a family and you're doing all of these things, you need to get those people involved in just the day-to-day workings of this project, of this thing. Could be finding new employees in your business. Could be building new relationships. Could be doing some networking. But step by step, finding that expert that can give you some advice. At least put the light on the right subject there for you. All right. Okay, let's see. Let me grab where did my oracles go? Okay, so let me shuffle up some oracles here. I'm gonna do a little Draconis Loki oracle. This is by Raven Phelan. Published by Blue Angel Publishers. Raven is an author and artist out in Australia and does a tremendous job on various cards, decks, and oracle decks. Really, really quite amazing work. All right, let's see what the Draconis Loki has to offer. Okay, moving forward step by step, nourish. So that's what the idea is. Particularly, I'm seeing that go with your Queen of Rods card here. Because the Queen of Rods nourishes these passions, these ideas. This stuff, it could be as simple as planning a family reunion and you just need more help, but this is an idea worth nourishing. It's worth keeping on, but it's just gonna have to go step by step. So let's see what we get from a little of the words of Raven. I nourish my mind, body, and soul with loving care and intention. Through nourishment, I cultivate vitality, balance, and inner harmony. With each nourishing choice, I honor my well-being. Today, I respect the sacred vessel's need for nourishment, knowing that by tending to myself with compassion, I am better equipped to thrive and fulfill my highest potential. So, looking at this Nourish card, this could be the key to your work-life balance, because maybe your work-life balance is really out into the work realm and not so much giving you peace of mind in your life. So finding this balance means taking care of yourself. It's not a bad thing to take care of yourself. So I was taking this class on executive coaching and we were working with other people in the class, and I remember one of the gals I was working with was struggling with that work-life balance. She's like, I give so much to work and I come home and I have a family and I need to be able to give to that. And she says, at the end of the day, I have nothing left for myself. And I said, well, do you think that in the bigger picture, you could be able to give more to your family when you're present with them and more to your work when you're present with them if you take the time to withdraw and rebuild yourself? Because, as the old saying goes, you cannot fill somebody else from an empty cup. You have to take that time to be filled, and then you will be able to help other people. It's like when you're on the airplane. You have to put your own oxygen mask on first before taking care of the person next to you. Because if you pass out, nobody's going to take care of either of you. So, put your own oxygen mask on first. Nourish yourself. It is not a bad thing. A lot of us, and I think that's nice in the modern era. We're more understanding of, hey, people do need work-life balance. People do need to recharge mentally, emotionally, physically in order to be more productive overall in their life. And I think that's really beautiful that society as a whole is starting to come to a realization of that. But you have to personally come to that realization and This could be something as simple as stepping back, nourishing yourself, asking for a little help, and then you'll be able to go forward and, you know, create this manifestation. But if you're in the, I got to give it all, I got to give it all, I got to give it all, I got to give, you're not going to have anything left. So, while a lot of people, and maybe this is you, get a charge out of, I did it all myself, it's me. Stop it. Just stop it. If that's you, might not be you, but it could be somebody out there. If that's you, stop it. Please. We're all tired of hearing it. We would all rather you take the time to recharge and be real. Be a real version of yourself. Not the pretentious or taking on pretenses. I don't want to call anybody names. Don't take on the pretense of I'm so great, I do it all myself. Realize that yeah, you're great for having taken this on, but you also know your limits, and it's a great thing to also incorporate other people into your vision and make it a team effort. You can be the team leader. You can still be the big G's if that's your thing. If that's not your thing, then it doesn't have to be. But do take the time, because that's going to be your ultimate key to success, is finding this work-life balance, this project-life balance, whatever balance that you are hoping for. Step back, nourish yourself, and, you know, little steps. It's little steps. It doesn't have to be anything huge. This is not big. This is not a gargantuan task. It's just little bit by little bit by little bit. Okay? Put your own oxygen mask on first. All right? Okay. Well, I hope this helped you get a little perspective on what you're going to need to be successful. You have everything you need. You will be able to find everything you need to be successful. And when people are calling you out on it, you're already prepared. And maybe the person calling you out be like, yeah, you really not need to talk to so-and-so because they've done something like this before, and I bet they know some points of contact you haven't thought about. And you'd be like, yeah, thanks for shining that light for me. Okay, I'll go check that out. So, thank you for watching. Best wishes to you, of course. And goodbye for now.